first one. What is the fan base's attitude on Justin Wilcox?
Well, I think it depends on which fan you ask. I think that he should be under the most pressure of any coach going into 2023. I think he should have the hottest seat, so to speak, but that doesn't mean he has a super hot seat, because when Oregon had their coaching opening, he was reportedly offered the job, decided not to take it for various reasons. We don't need to go down that road. I think it makes sense from both sides as to why he didn't, but he parlayed that into getting an extension from Cal, and on the back of getting that 6-year extension, went 4-8, which is probably not what they had in mind. But the question for the Bay Area schools just continues to be, how content are they with being mediocre and making a bowl every few years? It's just, are they okay being a bottom dweller in the conference, or do they expect to compete at a high level? Now, Stanford, some people might have parted ways with David Shaw sooner than they did, but they probably put a little bit more weight in the COVID season when they were over 500. But then back-to-back losing seasons, and David Shaw was out. And I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility to say that if, Cal's athletic department and donors and boosters were willing to pay the money, that a sub-500 season or an uncompetitive season might result in Justin Wilcox getting the boot. But I think there are Cal fans out there, and I feel for them, because there are fans out there who have not been happy with where the program's at, who would like it to be back to where it was, which Cal has been ranked in the top 10 before, and it just kind of feels, even though he should have the most pressure on him, it's not a big talking point within the conference per se, because they're just kind of content. Like it feels sometimes that they're content. I know that not every Cal fan is, but I know that, generally speaking around the program, that's kind of where they are at. I think Cal has the potential to take steps forward this year and get to a bowl game. I don't know that that's a guarantee. Their schedule is fairly tough, but if they get to a bowl game, he stays. But if you're under 500 for a third year in a row, even in a place where, people rightfully question how committed they are to athletics as a whole, I think that is something that will definitely be a conversation if Cal is under 500 for a third full season in a row.
So basically, it just kind of depends on who you ask, more or less.
Yeah, because there hasn't been there are programs in America that already would have parted ways with Justin Wilcox, and there are programs in America that certainly would not have given him an extension after, given the resume that he'd compiled as their head coach at that point in time. But, he doesn't raise a fuss about, hey, I need more of this or I need that or anything. He's not that kind of guy. He's not a bad guy. He's a great guy. He's, someone who, if you go to parents and say, hey, he's leading your son and he is the coach and you're entrusting him, like, he's going to check those boxes. And for elite academic schools like Stanford and Cal, that might be enough for him sometimes. But eventually it wasn't for Stanford. And I think that this is kind of the make or break year for Cal. And, I just know that there are programs out there that have higher standards, so to speak, and would have said 5-7, 4-8. Nope, not good enough. They went up for the first 3 years that he was there, and they have gone down since. And so if they start trending back up, then I imagine he will be just fine, but they have to start trending back up, because I think there's enough, I won't say a lot, but I think there will be enough pressure from the fan base and from alumni to say, okay, we have to be able to put together a better product than this, because I've seen Cal be a better product than what they have for the last several years.